Lots of Indians becomes NRIs, but they do not follow the tax compliances that are required once you become an NRI. Folks, welcome to the channel. My name is Niraj and I talk about personal finance and credit cards on the channel. I am also a partner at Holistic Prime Wealth, wherein we help people like you manage their investments, take care of their taxes, plan their risk through insurances, plan their estate, plan their credit card spends, file their taxes, and a lot more. So reach out if you want comprehensive services. So we are going to discuss certain mistakes that NRIs make, as far as their own tax compliances are concerned in India. Okay. So firstly, the whole concept of opening NRE and NRO accounts and the determination of the status of NRI itself. Okay. There are two ways to look at it. One is through the foreign exchange FEMA regulations, and then other is through the Income Tax Act. Okay. The FEMA Act basically focuses on the intent of the person going outside India. So if you are going outside India to work on a long-term basis, or you're going outside India to live on a long-term basis, right? Then you become NRI the moment you step outside, right? Even if you're going outside India to study, then you become NRI the moment you step outside. I'll share the details here on the screen. The idea is that as per FEMA, the intent matters more than the number of days you've stayed in India and you've stayed outside India, like it is in the Income Tax Act. As per the Income Tax Act, it is defined based on the number of days. Again, I am sharing the details of the number of days on the screen here. You can pause and take a look at it. Once you become an NRI, people start making investments in India. We start buying properties, we start making fixed deposits and a lot more things, right? So there are certain mistakes that people do in their income tax returns. Okay, you hold a PAN card, and if you are an NRI, it is also important that you file your income tax returns, because a lot of things get missed if you don't file your income tax returns. Say for example, you have money in your savings bank account, right, which should be your NRO account. So before we move on, it becomes very important that once you have become an NRI, you have to open an NRO account and an NRE account. So NRO account is non-resident ordinary account, and NRE account is non-resident external account. So basically, what does this mean is, in the NRE account, you can bring in money from outside India, invest in India, and then if needed, you can take it back without any limit. But if you have money in the NRO account, the money cannot be repatriated without paying the TCS of 20%, which is the current regulation. So basically, same rules like a person who has a savings account in India, same rules will apply. Another thing to note is that in the NRE account, you get your returns on fixed deposits. It's tax free compared to an NRO account where it is taxable. If you have any income in India, okay, say you're getting rental income in India, all of that will only flow to NRO account. That cannot come to NRE account, and so on, right? Let me know in the comment section if you want me to do a video on the differences between the NRE account and NRO account, and I would be happy to do it. So now, once you have a rental income, guys, failure to declare that rental income in your tax returns is a very big mistake that people make. So firstly, everybody who earns more than 2.5 lakh rupees in India, okay, is liable to file income tax returns, even if you are an NRI, okay. And if your income is more than 2.5 lakh rupees, you should definitely file. This includes your rental income, income from dividends, income from interest, income from fixed deposits, and so on, right? So everything clubbed together, if it exceeds 2.5 lakh rupees, you are liable to file income tax returns. Not only this, did you know that the tenant, okay, your tenant, you as an NRI who is leasing the property out, your tenant is supposed to deduct 31.2% TDS on the rent they are paying to you? I think this is one of the most massive non-compliances that people as NRIs are doing, not following the TDS regulation. So this is one thing to note, and make sure that you ask your tenant to deduct the TDS and deposit it. If based on the income tax calculations, if there is no tax liable, all the TDS can be claimed as a refund in your income tax return. The second mistake that NRIs make again is that non-disclosure of sale of real estate in their income tax returns. When you sell real estate, again it has to be disclosed in your income tax returns, and then there are TDS regulations as well. The person who is buying the property should deduct TDS at the rate of 20% if it is a long-term capital gain for you, and 30% if it is a short-term capital gain for you. So you have to tell the buyer to deduct the required TDS and deposit it on your behalf. So you have to make sure that you follow this compliance as well. You have to ensure that your interest income is disclosed. So tons of NRIs create FDs in their NRE and NRO accounts but fail to file income tax returns. When you're filing your income tax return, returns, you have to file it as an NRI, and the income tax portal automatically picks up all the interest income that you have. Any interest that you earn on the NRE account is tax free, and any interest that you earn on the NRO account is taxable. So that segregation also you need to see at the time of filing the return to ensure that you don't pay any taxes on the interest that you earn in the NRE account FDs. Another major mistake that NRIs make at the time of filing tax returns is that they file it as a resident Indian instead of non-resident Indian. You have to remember that the marginal relief and the slabs of 7 lakhs in the new regime in the financial year 2025 and 12 lakhs that we all talk about in the financial year 2026 onwards are only applicable to residents. As a non-resident, these marginal reliefs are not available to you. Your slab rates are 2.5 lakh rupees for old regime and 3 lakh rupees for new regime. So be aware about it and file your taxes accordingly. Don't file it as a resident Indian, file it as an NRI. So guys, all these non-compliances can lead to tax notices, so be aware about it and make sure that you file your tax returns well. We help all our NRI clients as well to file income tax returns and take care of the compliances. So in case you want to start working with us, please do reach out to us and we will get started with you. Thank you for watching. Do let me know in the comment section if you have any comments.